You're listening to RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network.
Stepping up the ring and onto the mic. Golden locks, throwing shades on tight. I rule the airwaves, I own the night. Crank up the volume, feel the heat. Down, turn up the dial, let me preach. Running this town with a steel cake smile. When the bell rings, I do it with style. I'm the Lord of Saturday night. One hand thunder, taking the mic. Bodies tell the truth, no fear, no fight. Bow down, cause I rule tonight. Taking the mic, bodies said the truth, no fear, no fright. Bow down, cause I rule tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. I am your host and owner of RAWF in the game we all know and love as Wrestler Unstoppable. I am Lord Amadeus. Joining me here in Glasgow, Scotland tonight, the one and only El Vacant. Hola, El Vacant.
Hola, muchachos. ¿Cómo está, mi amigo?
Not too bad, not too shabby. How you, we're just 3 weeks away. You getting a little nervous about getting inducted in the Hall of Fame here?
No, why would I be nervous of taking my rightful place?
Okay, fair enough.
I am trying to decide whether I need to do some big thing for the taco trucks to commemorate it, though.
Well, I mean, you should. I think that's a good idea. Don't you? Doesn't every Hall of Famer have something on the menu?
No.
Well, maybe they should.
Maybe. I can think of that. What would I make a Hall of Fame? I mean, I've got a bunch of different types of burritos. I've done that to death. I mean, we're the chalupa of greatness. I can't really compete with the chalupa of greatness. I mean, it's great.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to think of something. I already just added taquitos, so I don't want to add more of those.
Maybe nacho toppings? I don't know.
Oh, could do a Hall of Fame nacho. That's true.
I mean,
I got to think about that. See,
you can never go wrong with nachos.
That's true. I mean, it's pretty hard to go wrong with nachos.
All right. Well, speaking of not going wrong with nachos, I don't really have a thing to follow that up with. I just wanted to say it. But at any rate, we are just 3 weeks away from Radiversary, where El Vacant, along with several others, will be going into the RAWF Hall of Fame. We'll be talking about that and much, much more. But first, let's get to some updates on what's going on around Unstoppable. We'll start with some GM reports. Welcome in the Paragon of Greatness, your Ultimate Gauntlet GM, Paragon.
Good evening, Amadeus. We do have ourselves an Ultimate Gauntlet update because last we heard, Miss B was on a run starting up the Ultimate Gauntlet after the pay-per-view. She beat Soul Reaper, going on to a second match where she defeated Stormtrooper of Death, going on to a third match defeating Honey Apples. Sitting in her fourth match, she goes up against Magnificent Michael, and unfortunately, that is where the run of Miss B ends. Magnificent Michael would go on to a second match, pitting the proverbial turtle versus the checks notes Also Turtle. Okay, that can't be right, but it was the slowest match since the 1919 Boston Massacre, and both men ended up going down to less than 2 hours on their timeout clock before Anthony Patrick defeated Magnificent Michael via countout. Anthony Patrick is now going up against Leo.
All right. Interesting report there. Probably one of the more interesting ones you've had.
He
But
said Massacre.
Massacre. That's a thing. All right. Thank you, Paragon. Moving on, we'll talk to our RFC GM, the Immortal Griffith. Griffith?
And good evening, sir. Just wanted to let everyone know round 4 has gone live. And, well, good luck and farewell.
Who's left it? Okay.
Oh, you want to know? I mean, I can tell you, I guess.
That
if you
guy
want to know.
could help,
People.
people.
Look that up. Hold on. Give me a moment. I don't have it directly in front of me. I know where it is. All right. The people who are left and are... Where did it go? It should be right here.
I would make fun of you right now, but I can't count how many times I've had the same time.
No, I have the. I'm trying to actually find. I had all of the pairings done. I figured I'd just read off the pairings for round 4, but now I'm not.
For feck's sake, do I have to do everything in your division?
I mean, yes, probably.
All right, only because I care about LA so much. Our pairings for this week were down to the final 10. So we've got DW versus Denzel, Miss B versus Enigma, STB versus Blake Bradley, Brewer versus Hotshot Chaz, and Lars Hellstrom versus Sean Hurd.
And of course, the moment she finishes saying it, I find the list.
I'm here to help.
Literally, the moment she said Sean Hurd, I was like, oh, there it is.
Oh, that's too funny. All right. Well, thank you, Maeve and Griff, for that synchronicity in your report.
Look, there's a reason I have her do the back end work on this division. You just saw it.
Yep, absolutely. I understand completely. All right. Let's take a look at the tags report, and rankings for it just came out 74 minutes ago. Unstoppabot posted the top 5 tag teams halfway through the 6 rounds at 3. This is 3 of 6 rounds. In first place, Swords and Scimitars. Second place, Crown Control. Third place, the reigning champion, Spice and Flame. Fourth place goes to 2 miserable effers. And in fifth place, the returning Hall of Fame tag team, Hotness, D's and Tiggs, in fifth place at the moment. So, a couple of Hall of Fame tag teams in contention there. That's halfway through the rankings period. Round 4 came out a few days ago. Round 5 will be out very soon. All right, next up, let's take a look at the Hatfield and McCoy division. Of course, both tournaments are underway at this moment. And right now, the Hatfield tournament is in the finals. It is Chev versus Chris Cage. And of course, Hatfield is Chris Cage versus Chev. And in the McCoy tournament, which has significantly more people, but it is down to the semifinals. The Teflon Sheik just defeated Minifee. He awaits the winner between Destroyer and Ken Costa to see who will vie for the McCoy qualifier. And of course, the winner of these 2 tournaments will face off with each other on the next available Superstars, or possibly midweek, depending on when these matches finish up, to see who will face the reigning Hatfield and McCoy champion, which I want to say is Denzel. And I would be correct. I would be correct. Denzel the Giant, the reigning champion. Okay. I'll have to look into that. All right, so with that being said, let's take a look at some of the. I don't think I got all the GM reports. All right, so let's take a look now at some of the tournaments going on around Unstoppable. Let's start with. Let's start with the Arsehole of the month. The winner will face the men's champion Blake Bradley at Radiversary. It is currently in round 4. Denzel the Giant squaring off against Papa Shaker. Teflon Sheik taking on Anthony Patrick. The Razor taking on Sisaloo. Mick Devilson taking on Ollie Ostrin. Chev taking on the Soul Reaper. DVT versus Simply the Best. Chris Cage versus Dr. Kent. And Strangleheart taking on the former champ, Blake Bradley. No, I'm sorry, the current champ, Blake Bradley. And of course, if Blake were to somehow win this Arsehole of the month, he gets to choose his opponent at Radiversary. Biatch of the month to see who will face kicker for the Estrogen Championship at Radiversary. Currently in round 2, Natalia Nitro defeated Davila to move on to the quarterfinals. She will face DW, who defeated Hot Cheese. Mabel Hare currently taking on Sassy Applebee's. The winner of that match will face Destroyer, the former champion. Black Lilith defeated Tiger. She awaits the winner between Olivia McGinnis and Wildfire. The reigning champion, Estrogen champion Kicker, just defeated Lady Evelida, and she awaits the winner between Starlight and the First Lady of Anarchy, the Cougar. So that one, getting interesting and down to the nitty gritty there. Let's see. Now let's go to the Powerball. Powerball contendership to see who will face the Paragon of Greatness at Radiversary for the Powerball Championship is down to the final 4. You have Jobu taking on Scythe and Redneck Avenger taking on Big Papa. So one of those 4 will face the Paragon of Greatness for that Powerball Championship. Extra points tournament's a really interesting one. Not a lot. Matter of fact, I think just about everybody's still in it, save for one has never won an extra points tournament. I'll have to double check that fact, but I'm pretty sure of it. Wildfire will face Strangleheart in the semifinals, and Big Papa awaits the winner between DW and Maeve O'Hare to see who will move on to the semifinals. So that one's interesting, to say the least. Some names that don't normally see in there have made it to the semifinals. All right, now the big one. The Zanthur the Platinum Dragon Memorial Tournament, ladies and gentlemen, is up into round 3 now. Round 3. So we have in the round 4, you will see Juan Solo taking on Denzel the Giant, a former winner of the Zanthur tournament. DVT will take on the true badass Billy. The Big Matinel will be taking on the Immortal Griffith. Right now, Iceman Jer is in a battle with the 2-time Zanthur the Platinum Dragon Memorial Tournament winner Sassy Applebee's. Strangleheart's in a battle against Miss Brew Menzino. The winners of those 2 matches will face each other in the next round. Psychotic Rage defeated BDT to move on. He awaits the winner between Chris Cage and Tremaris to the Bone. Kenta currently taking on Dees. The winner of that match will face Ken Costa, who defeated Half Nelson to move into round 4. Onyx currently taking on Solitude. The winner of that will face the winner of the Psy Flash as Fuck Puck, whatever his name is. Psy and Flash. Kicker currently taking on Simply the Best. The winner of that will move on to face DW, who defeated Concrete Crusher to move to round 4. So getting close. Still got a couple more rounds before the big big money hits, but some big names still left in that tournament, to say the least. Any thoughts, Elvacant, on any of these tournaments?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting that when you said extra points that only one of those people had ever won it before. That's That's impressive. So there's a very high chance we'll get a first time winner.
I'm 90% sure of the 5 people remaining in there, DW is the only person that's ever won an extra points tournament. I mean, if Strangleheart has, it's been a long time. If Wildfire has, it's been a long time. And I'm 99% sure Big Papa never has. So, and I'm 90% sure Maeve never has as well. So, she can correct me when she comes back on later.
Oh, I'm sure if you're wrong, she'll tell you.
Oh, yes. There's no doubt about it. All right. So,
I mean, heck, if you're right, she may still tell you.
All right. Last week on Superstars, we had 2 big title matches go down, and both of them are over. We have a new Superstars champion as Claymore defeated Redneck Avenger to become the new Superstars champion. And I do believe that was the first time in his entire career, surprisingly, I'll be honest with you, that he has won the Superstars championship. I'm going to double check that, but I'm 99% sure. I'm 99% sure about a lot of things tonight. You notice that?
I noticed.
That's not a good thing when I'm 99% sure or something. I'm just saying. But it does look like I am correct that this is the first time Claymore has ever won the Superstars championship. So congratulations to him, adding another feather in his RAWF cap. All right. And the Midnight Hobo Championship between Iceman and Jer and Extreme Enigma. Jer still your Midnight Hobo champion. So, and I just received a message earlier, and I'm going to have to look into it before I go over the Radiversary card. But yeah, that could be interesting. All right. Let's talk about Superstars tomorrow, live here at the OVO arena here in Glasgow. It's going to be from the OVO Hydra Arena. The main event, the new Superstars champion Claymore defends the Superstars title against Kenta, the Golden Dragon. That's going to hell of a main event, Elwagon.
Yeah, that's not bad. Can't argue that one.
I mean, man, and Kenta kind of on the downside right now. Lost his Platinum Dragon Championship at Immortal. Lost his Multimedia Championship a couple weeks ago to Michael Brewer. So he's looking to get some more gold around his waist. But can he get past the good man? What are your thoughts?
On paper, I'd say no. But look, he's beaten a bunch of people on paper, I'd say no. So I don't even know.
All right. So that is that for Superstars tomorrow, Superstars Championship. And when we talk about the undercard for tomorrow's Superstars, who do we turn to?
My buddy, my pal. That's right. Bring him on in. Little Purple.
That's right, Randolph Mortimer Draw, a.k.a. Randy M. Draw. Good evening, Randy. Hey, how you doing, boss man? How's it going, Vacant?
Oh, it's going.
All right, so, yeah, this is good. It's been really interesting, I'm officially a member of WU, been doing that fan-in thing and that TP thing, and I'm facing somebody like Momo Mama. What the hell is her name anyways? Big, large woman. You know what I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah, I know who you mean.
Mama. I have no idea who that is. But at any rate, I do now. She's been pile driving me. That's not fun, let me tell you.
Don't let her sit on you.
No, she's right. Well, do you? Anyway.
Well, actually, you know what? I shouldn't say that. I don't kink shame. I don't know what you're into.
That's right. You don't. But it ain't her. I'll tell you that right now. All right. So here's your undercard for tomorrow's Superstars. You got Cybele taking on Psycho Girl. Paragon of Greatness taking on Iceman Jer. Cyril El Napolitano takes on Kicker. Mancunian Maniac takes on Killin El Lobo. Rick Nelson to take on Minifee. Lady Evelita taking on Joey A. Le Legend taking on Olivia McGinnis. Joe Boo taking on Hobo Ezekiel. Hotshot Chaz taking on Faith Dunkerino. Gorgonio takes on Honey Apples. Blake Bradley to take on Chev. That ought to be a good one right there. Draven Blackbird takes on Michael Brewer. Badass Billy takes on Papa Shaker. Aaron McFadden to take on Dark Warrior. Faith Dunkerino takes on Big Papa. Undertaker takes on the Redneck Avenger. Sophia McFadden to take on Slashy. Destroyer will take on Soul Reaper. The Immortal Griffith gets to take on. You want to read this one? Go ahead, read this one, Elvick. You say it better than I do.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get ready. I'm not shape. I haven't been doing this for a long time. Beast.
That's right. Griffith versus that person right there that you're talking about. All right. Where was I? All right. Toxic Megatron Avenger takes on DW. Nox Boogie to take on Wildfire. Evan Deadly takes on Natalia Nitro. Fusion Skull takes on Crazy Serb. Dr. Kent takes on Leo. Sassy Applebee's to take on Ken Costa. The Minion takes on Strangleheart. Black Lilith takes on Roger the Teflon Sheik takes on Cougar Knight. You all know who I'm talking about. Tigress takes on Magnificent Michael. The returning Alley Knight to take on Lars Hellstrom. Uber Vegan TPO, that one's got to go right there. I keep forgetting. Take them out. So
Chris
Uber
seems
Vegan.
to think you said Faith Dunkerino twice.
Well, there's a reason for that one.
Okay.
There is a reason for that one, but thank you. But this one's gonna have to be changed. So cards, as you all know, cards subject to change, and it happens quite often, I must admit. But let's see here. All right, I know we'll figure it out. Anyways, where was I? TPO. We'll get an opponent for TPO by tomorrow, no problem. Luzon Warrior Queen Falcon takes on Miss Beautifatal. Stormtrooper of Death takes on Sean Hitman Hurd. Dees takes on Mark Caliber. Jason Seismo Richter takes on Hot Cheese. Chris Cage takes on Anthony Patrick. Marquis de Sade takes on Maeve O'Hare. Cyanide Harvey takes on Mystic Maniac. Steve Johnson takes on DVT. Mick Devilson takes on Davila. 1 second. Here's a change. Another change that needs to be made. Andy Price to take on Killer Neptune. The Razor to take on Caden Steele. Denzel the Giant to take on Kitty Kabam. Money Sue takes on Sisaloo. Tad Beaglewolf Dennis takes on Sabian. Scythe versus Solitude, and Extreme Enigma versus Starlight. And apparently, I need to go look something up because it sounds like there could be a match tomorrow between Luke Cage and Simply the Best with something very important on the line. All right. What are you talking about?
I'm confused too.
I'll tell you when I find out for sure. All right, sounds good.
Very
Not
helpful.
Sure. So, okay, I have no idea what he's talking about, but thank you, Randy. All right, so with all of that being said, we finally have contender matches finished for Radiversary. And right now, the card as we see it looks something like this. Radiversary, of course, Rocket Arena, Cleveland, Ohio, 3 weeks from tomorrow night. First of all, Multimedia Championship. Michael Brewer defends against Maeve O'Hare, the person who beat him in a Multimedia Contenders match a few weeks ago, until he turned around and challenged Kenta to the Multimedia Championship in a Hell in a Cell, won the title, so now he's got to face Maeve a second time. Maeve beat him the first time around. Will that tell me what effect that could have on this match?
I mean, technically, she's got the momentum. You know, maybe she's living inside his head right there. But also, hey, maybe he now feels like he needs to prove something.
Could be. We'll see. He's definitely got his work cut out for him. There's no doubt about it. So we will see what happens. That one's going to be a good one for the Multimedia Championship. Triple Crown Championship is as follows. The Immortal Griffith defending against DW and Chev. We talked about this a little bit last week. Chev's the underdog here, I think, or the dark horse, considering both Griff and DW know this championship, have held this championship, and are Hall of Famers in their own rights. Your thoughts?
I mean, yes, I think dark horse is a better term. I don't think he's like, he managed to get himself in this match, so obviously he's qualified. Yeah, Chris is right. This is the match of leather. That's what's going on here. Like, how many different ways can you wear leather to the ring?
Yeah, that's true. They all seem to be black leather, especially. So yeah, this should be an interesting match to say the least. I think Griffith retains, but we'll see. Chev could surprise me. DW could surprise me. Fubar City Championship. Teflon Sheik defending against the legendary Minifee. Minifee looking for, other than the After Hours Championship, looking for a major RAWF title for the first time in her entire career. And it's not just her RAWF career. What are your thoughts?
Look, I said last month that, I didn't think Sheik had it in him to really maintain this butt title, and then he went out and proved me wrong. So my theory is he's just trying to make me look bad. So if I choose against him, he's going to be extra motivated. So yeah, obviously Sheik's the greatest wrestler to ever live, and he's going to win all of his matches. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, maybe you think he'll lose now?
Let's hope. I would love to see Minifee with the Fubar City Championship, but Sheik has been surprisingly a good champion, to be honest with you. So we will see. Also on the card, Iceman Jer, coming off a successful defense against Extreme Enigma last week, will now defend that title against Hotshot Chaz, and I do believe this is the second time.
I was going to say, didn't we just see this fight?
We didn't. We might have seen it at Love Hurts. Let me double check that. But yeah, I do believe it either happened at Love Hurts or Unyielding.
Because I'm fairly certain I made the joke of it's, fire and ice, hot shot.
Yeah, you did. You did. And yes, we did just see that. Not at Immortal 13.
No, I think it was.
It was at Love Hurts. Yes, Jer did successfully defend against Chaz. So we're looking at a possible, a second opportunity for Chaz here. Can he make that second chance? Can he make that second chance count? What do you think?
I mean, a lot of times they say second time's a charm, but I don't know. We'll see. It kind of depends on what's going on with Hotshot. Like, he had a history of getting to the dance and then, kind of melting under the spotlight. But he seemed to get over that for a while there, and he was doing really well with titles. But of late, it seems like he's kind of gone back to that pattern, the old pattern. If that's the case, I think Iceman maintains yet again. If he can tap into, the Chaz that was on fire here, not even that long ago, then I think we see Enu.
We shall see. Jer seems to have a pretty good hold on that title.
He does.
And so we will see. We will certainly see. Matter of fact, I want to say that when did he win the title? He won the title at Cataclysm. So, so he's had at least 3 successful defenses.
Correct.
And, yeah. So he's got a pretty good hold on that title. We'll see if that lasts at Radiversary in 3 weeks. Next up, National Championship, Killa Neptune defending against Denzel the Giant.
Why does Denzel have a bear trap around his neck?
Well, that's not a bear trap. That's his necklace.
You're seeing what I'm seeing, right?
That's bling. That's not a bear trap. There's no hinges.
Okay.
It's a collar. See?
That's not better.
It's a collar. That's what Denzel said.
So you're wearing a spiked collar.
But at any rate, Denzel the Giant right now doing pretty good for himself. He's I want to say he's Ultimate Gauntlet champion, Hatfield McCoy champion, and wants to add national champion to his collection. He is a former national champion in his own right, but Killa, fresh off the win over Simply the Best, 2 wins over Simply the Best. Pretty hot with that title. Now, of course, there was the loss to Sheik in the main event at Immortal, but will that hold? Do you think that'll have any effect on him?
No, I don't think so. I mean, let's be clear. Killa is used to being the small man amongst giants. I mean, in his own family. So I don't think Denzel's size is going to intimidate Killa at all. He knows exactly how to fight men like that. He's been doing it forever. I think Killa maintains.
Well, I don't disagree. Although Paragon seems to have a different take on that.
That's because Paragon thinks Killa will never win a match ever in the history of ever.
It does seem like that, doesn't it? At any rate. So the scheduled Platinum Dragon Championship match is Chris Cage defending against Luke Cage. Cage on cage violence should be happening at Radiversary. However, apparently what I'm being told is Luke Cage is putting up his Platinum Dragon contendership up tomorrow against Simply the Best. I'm not sure. I have to go and look at the details, but I got a message earlier about this, and I'll have more details for you tomorrow, but I don't have it right now, or maybe later in the show if I have time to look it up. I don't know why you do that. I really don't. I don't know why anyone would do that. But I'm going to. I'm actually going.
Luke's saying he didn't say yes.
Okay. So Luke, here's message me. I'm going to copy and paste what I was sent. And I'm going to send it to you, and you can tell me what the hell. Apparently, you challenged him to a match tomorrow. Is that correct? Okay. Well, I'm sending you the message he sent to me, and you can respond and tell me what's going on there. If you let me know on exactly what's happening, because to be honest with you, I never saw the challenge, have not read the scene wherever it is, if it's in Superstars. I looked at your scene earlier and I didn't see it in there, so let me know exactly what's going on. It's kind of, yeah. All right, so we'll get back to that. Right now, from what I'm hearing from Luke Cage, this match is going to happen. Yeah, and that's true too. I don't think we have never allowed that to happen. So STB may be SOL, but it will be Cage versus Cage for the Platinum Dragon Championship. Your thoughts, Elvacan?
I mean, look, I'm not the committee. I don't think, but I am some of the history. I know for a fact when others have tried to do this in the past, the committee has said no.
That's true. And I will confirm that, but I'm pretty sure that you are absolutely correct on that. And I'm going to say that probably isn't going to happen. But they will have a rematch tomorrow. Of course, apparently Randy has already scheduled it. All right. And finally, the main event at Radiversary will be Chris Cage challenging the Teflon Sheik for the World Heavyweight Championship. A big night for the unsettled one, El Vacant.
It is a big night, period. Like this, and this is let's be real. If anyone's paying attention for any length of time about the path that Chris Cage has been walking over the last year or so, this is about well more than that title belt. There is some personal things on the table here, and I don't think Chris is going in there just to become a 2-time world heavyweight champion. I think he's going in there to send a very, very loud message to a very boisterous man.
Indeed, this could be the night of Chris Cage's career. He walks out of there with both the World Heavyweight Championship and the Platinum Dragon Championship. Only a handful of people have ever held both of those titles at the same time. So he could join an elite, an extremely elite group, if he indeed can beat the Teflon Sheik and hold off Luke Cage, the power player, for the Platinum Dragon Championship. Does he do it, El Vacant? What is your thoughts?
I think he does. I absolutely think he is. He's been very driven lately. Although I will say this. I watched the Contenders match versus Blake, and Chris had that very in control, and then I don't know why. He let off the gas, he got cocky, and it almost cost him. Blake almost came back and almost won that match, and Chris had to clutch in at the last minute and pull that win, and he cannot do that in this match. He cannot.
All right, it's going to be a hell of a main event. I'm looking very much forward to it. There is one match that I did not get on the graphic roll here for Radiversary. It's on our so far only scheduled non-title match. It is the Flaming Casket match between Soul Reaper and Mark Caliber. You heard them both last week. You've been hearing them the last few weeks. Mark Caliber has a message for Soul Reaper. Let's take a listen.
So a Flaming Casket match. I have to admit, Soul Reaper, you really raised the stakes on that one. I've been in a few caskets in my day, but one set on fire, that's a new one on me. I will admit that. But as I told you before, Soul Reaper, sooner or later, actually, let me rephrase that. One, you will tell me where Winter is. And secondly, it's not the first time that I've been burnt. As a matter of fact, me and my brother once had a tag team Inferno match. We both got burned. Of course, somebody helped us along the way. DFA. She's gone now. But to tell you the truth, whether it be DFA, whether it be Winter, I don't care if I have to burn 100% of my body just to get to you. I really don't care. I felt the fire before. I got no problem going back into it as long as I get to you and perhaps make you feel what I felt. Radiversary, Soul Reaper. Usually I would say prepare for your eternal rest. But at Radiversary, you better prepare to burn in hell.
Flaming Casket match. These two, obviously, Mark Caliber fighting for something here. And your thoughts on what Mark Caliber just said, Ovigan?
Well, first I'm going to say that was a pretty good sign out on a promo. I like that. That was good. Ended on that, that powerful, kind of go fuck yourself kind of message. I liked it. It was good.
I agree. I agree. Absolutely.
That being said, look, I don't understand why you let these matches keep happening. You're just letting your undercard try to kill itself on a monthly basis. Your insurance agents must hate you. So I don't understand why this match is even happening. Why the feds haven't been called. There's literally an entire agency dedicated to finding kidnapped people. Just call them. Just call them. Like it'll be easier. You even know who to point them at. Like he did it. Like that's just go. Make ringy dingy. 911. It's not hard.
Ah, indeed. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. But of course, Radiversary is about celebrating the birthday of RAWF, and of course, the Hall of Fame induction ceremony will come to you live from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in just 3 weeks' time. Let's take one more look at who will be going into the RAWF Hall of Fame. First of all, Blake Effin Bradley, former world heavyweight champion, amongst other accolades that the man has held in RAWF. One of the best storytellers, I think, as well. Well,
and apparently Redneck calls him marshmallows. I don't know why.
Okay.
He did right there. See?
I'm not sure he was referring to Blake Bradley on
Always
that.
funnier.
Yeah, well, we'll go with that. Anyways, so then also Wildfire going into the RAWF Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Accolades include the Estrogen Championship, the Triple Crown Championship, amongst other things. And
I hear she's
another.
got a new place.
Yes, she's been moving
She
in
needs
that.
help breaking it in. I should offer her my services.
You should. I mean, why not? You guys are going into the Hall of Fame together, so why not? Yeah. So yes, Wildfire, and then of course we also have another redhead in Tigress, and right now Tigress looking to be a two-time. It's actually technically going to be a two-time RAWF Hall of Famer, joining her tag team partner Deez as a two-time Hall of Famer, and both going already. Tigress is part of a Hall of Fame tag team in Hotness. And now she's going in on her own merit, and she has plenty to talk about when it comes to title reigns, Estrogen Championship, amongst other things. So, yeah, she is most definitely worthy. Next up, we have Haruki, which I don't know that we're actually going to get to see Haruki but we're putting her in anyways. Just because she is a former world heavyweight champion, main evented the very first Immortal, was a GM in the early days of RAWF, and she was actually a very likable person. Got to know her somewhat, and yeah, she is. I'm hoping she's been told or has been informed, and if she, hopefully, maybe she will show up. I hope so. I have not heard from her, so I hope so. Then of course we have this guy.
Me?
Yeah. I don't need to crow about you. You do enough of that. You're on your own.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Besides that, I'm going to be inducting you, so I'm going to be doing it then.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I start crowing about you, I may do half my speech now.
Right.
So, but definitely well earned, well deserved. I mean,
yes, vacant. Yes, Paragon. There will be a vacant picture on the wall. You're right. Just a gray silhouette.
Wow. But yes, El Vacant will be going into the RAWF Hall of Fame along with Blake Bradley, Wildfire, Tigress, and Haruki. That happens in 3 weeks' time. Much looking forward to it indeed. All right, so where to start tonight? Well, I got it.
The beginning.
Well, how about we start with this lady? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome RAWF Hall of Famer in her own right,
Roshina biot branachna has a nice Tado farden on the roimaga sambat Tada broira cheter Silagas a trill hair Muresni havlefi on spine Ekar muroi zinde Hagragam molor Dut levelin a nice
Ladies and gentlemen, she is the lovely Maeve O'Hare joining us. Good evening, Maeve.
Good evening, Bossman. Good evening, Vacant.
Oh, hi.
Well, you now know who your opponent will be. It will be, once again, Michael Brewer, the man you beat for that contendership a few weeks ago, is now the champion.
I feel like we need to go to the flow chart.
Well, I mean, in some ways, that's a good thing because you know you can beat the man. You just did it, right?
I mean, I did, but it's slightly different when there's an actual belt on the line instead of the concept of a belt.
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. But if it was Kenta still as champion, would you feel that? Would you know? When was the last time you faced Kenta in a big match?
And a big match. It's been a minute. No, I'm not fussed about facing Brewer Lad. I think it'll be a good match. And as you said, I do know I can beat him because I just did it. I'm more confused about what were going on in Kenta's feeble mind that he agreed to that right after he just beat him. But you know, we don't get paid for being smart in this industry, so I suppose it's not a motive.
And often land on your heads a lot.
It's true. We do. I mean, I try not to do it as much as I can because you know, CTE is a thing, but not everyone has those same concerns. It seems.
So it seems.
Yeah, Kenta got a little extreme enigma syndrome going there, where he just wants to give away his titles once he wins them, or you know, holds on to them, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, I've seen Kenta hold on to a belt for more than one rankings period, though.
That's true.
So let's maybe not compare him to Enigma, huh?
Wow.
Oh. Ouch.
Stop.
Shots fired.
Stop me when I say something incorrect.
I didn't say your shots missed. I just said they were fired.
I'm here to help.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, you are, as a champion, you want to defend the belt during a rankings period between title pay-per-views. That is your choice. You can do so.
I mean, I think you're getting me confused with your other best friend, Morkorkra. See? Attribution is key or something like that.
And I will give him credit for doing so. I mean, that does. But, you know, you just lost the title.
Give him credit for being foolish. And I'll tell you one thing, Porog O'Hare did not raise a fool, so that is not something that you will be seeing from Maeve O'Hare once I get my hands on that multimedia title.
All right. Well, I don't want to discourage it because I do think championships should occasionally happen in between pay-per-views. But when you just lost one,
it's not even that he defended the title between appearances. Like that's fine. Why would you defend it against the person you just beat?
Right. That's true
like,
too.
You have no stakes here. You just proved you're better than him. So what? You're gonna do it again for the lulz? Like it don't make sense. But he is blonde. No offense, boss man.
I'll forget you said that. But
to be fair, I'm pretty sure his isn't natural.
The bleach seeped through.
All right, so with that being said, you have Michael Brewer in just 3 weeks' time at Radiversary. Talk to me about. I mean, you've never been multimedia champion.
I have not, and that's why I'm so excited for this. I spent the better part of last year watching that one out there have fun with that belt. And if there's one thing that I like to do, besides have cups of tea and plenty of tatties, is making it clear that an Irish woman can always do better at anything you can name than a Brit. So I've got my own stakes on this, in that I am looking forward to showing what the Maeve O'Hare multimedia experience is going to be like. Hi, English. How you keeping? You can come fuss when it's your turn.
At any rate, it was. But the fact is, you will be getting the multimedia title shot here in just 3 weeks' time at Radiversary, and I'm hoping it's Michael Brewer, unless he decides to accept some random challenge.
I mean, we're getting to the point where you're going to start putting the kibosh on those just so you can actually have your matches ready, ain't so?
No, I can't say that, because I mean, you know,
I mean, like, you don't usually let people start a title match the week before pay-per-view.
That's true. I'm not going to accept that challenge. I'm not going to accept that challenge if it's a week, if it's the Superstars 1 week before a pay-per-view. So that won't happen. You have to do it.
Yeah. Hush out there, Jason. I'm just giving away all my secrets. Hush. He talks too much.
I know which plan I back.
Are you gonna be a participant if I go for that?
Goddamn lootly.
Well, that gives it a point in its favor, because I'm always excited at getting Vacant involved in more things, especially since you will then be Hall of Famer Vacant.
I'm sorry, Kate. What? I was thinking about the date already. What?
I said that I'm always in favor of getting you involved in more things, and especially since you're going to be Hall of Famer Vacant at that point.
See, as that little extra touch of class. See.
What about yourself, boss man?
What about me?
Will you participate in my multimedia experience?
That depends on what it involves.
Yes. What, don't you trust me?
Well, of course, but just sure. I could do that.
You heard it here first, folks.
The Maeve O'Hare multimedia experience. Okay. Well, you have to get past Michael Brewer first before we can start talking. But next week we're in Dublin. Looking out.
We are, and I can't wait. You know how much I love wrestling at home.
I mean, I'm always curious to see who Randy has lined up for you next week. I don't know that he's done the spreadsheet yet, but
I'm pretty sure he does it about 5 minutes before he walks in here.
Could be. I mean, considering the outfit he's been wearing lately, I wouldn't be surprised. He needs to go clothes shopping. But anyway,
I heard him complaining that you don't pay him enough to go clothes shopping.
Everybody says that. Destroyer said that, and she's one of the highest paid people in the company.
Yeah, especially since you rewrote her contract.
Yeah, well, yeah. Anyways,
that's another thing I could do once I'm multimedia champion vacant. I could do hard-hitting journalistic interviews.
You could
be like the Irish Barbara Walters. No, we're not feeling that one.
I could see that.
She's Baba Wawa.
At any rate,
no one's old enough to get that joke, but okay.
So, at any rate, we will be in Dublin next week. Looking forward to getting some of your folks cooking again.
My mom's going to cook enough to feed the entire army, so you better come hungry.
All right, I promise. I will do so. But at any rate, any final thoughts on facing Brewer at the moment? For the moment, we'll talk again next week, I'm sure. But
no, I'm looking forward to it. I always have good matches with Brewer lad. I think I were one of the first people he faced when he came back on this latest go round of his. So it'll be nice to keep that up. He's half Irish. I'm assuming only the good half. So that's exciting too. I always like facing my fellow Gales. And Randy said, I got Marquis de Sade tomorrow.
Let me double check. Yes, Marquis de Sade.
I mean, I usually have good matches with him, but like talking to him is like talking to a machine. Have you ever noticed that?
I mean, a little.
Yeah.
The man's got the charisma of a lettuce.
A lettuce, she said.
Wow.
You notice she didn't say an onion. You know why?
Why?
Onions have layers.
Like a parfait.
Who doesn't like a parfait?
Everybody likes a parfait. Do you like a
And
parfait,
you know what?
boss man?
If someone looked at you and said, I don't like parfait, that's a man you don't trust. He lying.
Alrighty then.
What about yourself, boss man? Are you looking forward to going home for Radiversary?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask if I liked lettuce. No, yes, I'm looking forward to going to Fubar City. I always look forward to Radiversary every year. And, yeah, absolutely. I can't
You
wait.
got your speech written for that one yet?
I have a lot of writing to do, not just for, so, no. I'll be honest, I don't.
We got
There's a really
3
long
weeks.
answer for no.
3 weeks is a long time. You can do plenty of writing in 3 weeks.
Yes,
I mean, I got plenty of writing to do before then, too.
Yes, you do.
Got to write an acceptance speech. I got to write something else.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right. Well, Maeve, thank you for your time tonight. We will talk to you again hopefully next week. And good luck against Marquis de Sade tomorrow.
But before I go, a silly girlish notion I had. Just for clarification, anyone ranked in the top 25 can challenge for the Superstars title, correct?
That's correct.
That's what I thought. Thank you, boss man. Good night, Vacant.
Hasta la bye-bye. Dream of tacos. I know I do.
All right. That was Maeve O'Hare. Next up, the reigning Powerball champion, ladies and gentlemen, is here. Let's talk to the one and only.
It's that button over there.
Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. First of the fallen and last of the old gods. No use fighting because you can't beat those cold odds. Beginning of time and the end of days. Civilizations crumble under his gaze. Alpha and Omega, the wrath of the God King. Paragon of greatness, about to pin you in that ring. Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. Eons ago, before time existed, they lived in the heavens and the rain persisted.
Okay, someone zoom out on the leg. Zoom out from the legs. Okay, we don't need the leg shot.
Not that high. Higher,
No,
higher,
please.
higher.
There it is. There we go.
Somebody get Bob something to drink. He's clearly very thirsty.
My God. Paragon, good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Amadeus.
Pretty good. So let's talk a little bit about the 4 people left in the Powerball contendership tournament. You have Joe Boo, Scythe, Redneck Avenger, and Big Papa. Any predictions there, or any preference to which of those 4 you want to face?
I mean, I think I covered it a little bit last week, but I would definitely love to see Redneck Avenger walk away with this. Somebody who I've had a friendship with basically since entering RAWF, 2 Hall of Famers, 2 people that have been cornerstones of this company for a long time, and in a crazy turn of events, I have never had a major pay-per-view matchup with the Redneck Avenger, and that seems criminal. Like, how have we not had a Paragon of Greatness and Redneck Avenger showdown? Plus, just the fact that I might have the opportunity to work on the microphone with that guy live on air, that would be amazing. I would say that Joe Boo might be the odds-on favorite right now, and hey, I love beating the crap out of Joe Boo as much as the next guy, so I'm certainly not going to complain if Joe Boo gets to the end. And that would be a fun match, if you will. But then you have Scythe and Big Papa, and these are the X factors, I think, because
I mean, he's a wrestling god after all.
he sure is. But he hasn't really gone up against the last of the old gods in this kind of match, and I think he'll find out real quickly there's a big difference between a wrestling god and an old god. But here's the thing. I really, similar to Redneck Avenger, but without the pomp and circumstance behind it, I don't really have a lot of big-time experience against either of these two opponents. And they're very different styles. And what I love about RAWF and the thing about competition that fuels me is having to figure out a new opponent, figure out a new style, learn something about yourself in the process, add to your game, be able to adapt. Scythe and Big Papa both operate in ways that are not the typical kinds of opponents I faced before. So should either one of them win this tournament, it will force me to adapt something in my game, to learn something new, and to become a better wrestler. And I certainly can't complain about that either.
No, absolutely not. And
I mean, you could be Enigma.
Of those four, I don't believe any of them have ever been Powerball champion. And I want a 99% that, but I'm 100%.
I believe you're correct, but
let's see.
And that also is actually a very good point. I love seeing a new champion for the first time, and the one thing about it is I don't like giveaway title matches. I'm pretty on the record about that. But I love when somebody earns a title match, and a new champion winning for the first time after winning a tournament like this, having to beat several people in the best roster in the world. That, I mean, is there any better way to earn a championship than to go through the RAWF roster?
No, there's not. There's absolutely not. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which one of those four comes out as the winner against you. Or, I'm sorry, the winner of that tournament to face you at Radiversary.
Well, spoilers on Amadeus's prediction, everybody.
No, that's not at all.
He's a jinx. Y'all seem to forget that.
No, I'm not. Stop it. I am not a jinx. That's a lie. That's a dirty rumor that nobody can prove. I'm glad none of you are trying.
We do have the history of After Hours and then the following pay-per-views to look at.
No, you don't have to do that. Besides,
you heard it here, everybody. Amadeus says, do not look back at old episodes of After Hours. He does not need the views in his catalog.
That's not what I...
Doing all right there, Amadeus?
Not really. At any rate. Yes.
No, honestly, and this is not being a company shill, it's actually a delight. You should check out Lord Amadeus's YouTube to look at the replays of the shows, because it gives you all of the benefits of listening to After Hours, but you can skip Teflon Chic segments or Extreme Enigma segments, because fuck that guy, apparently, today.
Just today?
I guess.
All right. At any rate, Paragon, anything else you wanted to discuss or just talk about? I know the Hall of Fame's big for you. Talk to me about some of the participants this year that you're looking forward to?
I mean, obviously, I'm big excited for TNGB over here to go into the Hall of Fame. A presence every week here on After Hours, and somebody that is a big part of the fabric of this company. Somebody who makes people excited about this company every week. So, obviously, I mean, congratulations, El Vacant. If I haven't already congratulated you, it really will be. I imagine it's going to be a spectacle, and I hope that there are free tacos.
You know, I hadn't thought about that, but I think I might have to do that. I think that might have to be a thing.
But yeah, but you know, looking at the class, I mean, a lot of these people are people that I've had the pleasure of working with for a long time, and as somebody who really tries to invest my time back into this company, I genuinely think about the well-being of this company, the roster, ways to improve this company all the time. I'm really locked in, super paying attention to every match on the card. I don't go out, do my match, go home. I'm one of those people that I'm there the first thing in the morning, and I don't leave until I'm helping the crew pack up the ring at the end of the night. You know, and to see some of these people get their long overdue credit is really big. My former tag team partner out there, Wildfire. Shout out to Foment, circa 2017, 2018. Clearly a Hall of Fame level tag team that everybody remembers, and not just the two of us. I mean, I'm very excited about her. Tigress getting the Hall of Fame individual nod. I think that's actually a really interesting situation. Going in as a tag team, watching your tag team partner already being in as a solo wrestler. I would imagine that there's a little bit of a psychological game to that. Like you start questioning, what do I have to do if I'm in as a tag team, as my tag team partner's in? How do I up my game? You absolutely didn't have to do anything, Tigress. You deserved your spot. You finally getting it, and that's very. I mean, that's another thing I'm very excited for.
All right. Absolutely. All right. So that is 3 weeks from tomorrow night. You will defend your title against one of those four men we just discussed. Who will it be? Well, hopefully we'll find out by then. At anywho, Paragon, real quick, what's Killer Neptune's confidence level going into this match with Denzel the Giant?
That's a fun question, because what his confidence level is versus what his confidence level should be are two very different things. I mean, you know, it's Killer Neptune. He's out there talking trash to the end of days. He's probably already telling the ring announcer to bill him as 7'11", 600 pounds, so that he's bigger than Denzel the Giant at the pay-per-view, because he certainly views himself that way. And I could see old Killer Neptune coming out there with the scale over his shoulders, weighing in at allegedly well over 10,000 pounds. Who knows? He's got that inflated confidence a lot of times, except for when he doesn't. But the thing about it is, Denzel is on a kind of under the radar, crazy run right now. When you're running down the cards of things that are happening at pay-per-views, things that are happening in tournaments, Denzel is all over the place right now. Denzel is quietly picking up one of those runs that you see when somebody ends up with like 4 or 5 championships, because they're picking up all these like Infinity Stone event titles and tournament titles, and picking up like 2 or 3 different title matches at every pay-per-view. Denzel is right now absolutely killing. He may actually be the person with the most momentum in RAWF, period. And I think that Killer Neptune needs to pay attention to that and really lock in. His silly shenanigans are not going to phase the Giant. If the Giant even understands what stupid thing Killer Neptune's doing at the pay-per-view, it's all he's going to do is shout Killer Neptune's nonsense down in a very loud manner and start with the stomping. So he's going to have to find a different way he's going to actually have to use his skill and talent, none of his shenanigans, if he wants to beat Denzel the Giant.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he is your Powerball champion. He's the Paragon of Greatness. Thank you for your time tonight, Paragon. Appreciate it as always.
All right, thank you.
All right, so as we said, ladies and gentlemen, Radiversary comes to you live just 3 weeks from tonight from the Rocket Arena in Cleveland, Ohio, and of course the Hall of Fame induction ceremony will be on Saturday and Sunday at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Speaking of rock and roll, El Vacant, as you know, I have a #1 hit single that's still rocking the charts over in Madagascar, and apparently it's getting to the point where people like to remix it. Have you heard any of these remixes?
I heard one back in Tijuana.
Did you? What was it? Was it a Mexican style?
It was kind of like a mariachi style. It was interesting.
Let's go ahead because I'm all about making money off of people singing my songs. Let's go ahead and take a listen real quick on a song break to a remix of Amadeus style that I found very, very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. This is RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network.
Amadeus style. Amadeus style. LA style. They call me Lord Amadeus, I'm your jukebox hero. I'm not some upstart jobber or your everyday zero. As handsome as Pitt and as tough as De Niro. Try to block job me and I'll kick your hero. Love my golden hair, all the ladies are all jealous of my golden hair. I love to run a brush through all my golden hair. You people wish you all had my golden hair. I said golden hair. I'm a weapon of mass destruction. You don't know, or you will know. I destroy those who stand before me. Now you know. So let's go. So all you bitches and your jobbers can kick rocks. Amadeus style. LA style. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. LA style. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. Cuba City. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. Cuba City. Boing, 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 boing. So I invite you all down to a place called Fuba City. It's where I am from, and believe me, it's not pretty. You'd all get messed up because I'm on the committee, and we don't take pity. Hey, wash my hair. You people need to learn not to pull my golden hair. God damn it, Shifty, I said not to touch my golden hair. All the fans wanna lock my golden hair. Yes, my golden hair. I will quench your thirst for carnage like Gatorade. I'm a renegade, and when it all is over, I will attain. I will reign till all you peons and you pansies feel the pain. Amadeus style. L.A. style. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. L.A. style. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. I'm saying Amadeus.
What do you think, Owen?
I mean, that was the very metal version. I hadn't heard that one.
You hadn't heard that one?
No.
Well, what did you hear? Maracas?
Like I said, the one I've heard was like a mariachi style down in Mexico.
Okay. Damn. Okay.
Which is also pretty good. If you haven't heard it, I'll have to dig it up for you.
You have to send that one to me. Maybe we'll play it.
But yeah, that was pretty good. I dig it. It was good.
Certainly one of the covers of all time, says Maeve. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, let's bring in our Triple Crown champion. Ladies and gentlemen, you all know him. He is the one and only.
From shadows deep, he rises, a warrior born of fate, with steel in his eyes. The tempest shall not wait. Memento mori, the call echoes through the night. His spirit will not fall. Ready for the fight. Griffin Damian, the immortal one, eternal champion, his worst ever done. Hunter of monsters, affection of one. In a world that's broken, he stands with none. The tempest rages, his head held high, an immortal legend that will never die.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the immortal Griffith. Good evening, Griffith.
Good evening, Lord Amadeus.
What'd you think of the cover? Yeah, be honest.
I wasn't aware Disturbed was a big RAWF fan, but go you.
Well, yeah, it definitely didn't sound like Metallica. That's for sure. At any rate, let's talk about the Triple Crown Championship match. It will be you, DW, and Chev at Radiversary in 3 weeks. And I know your confidence level is. We have to grade your confidence level on a curve. But how are you feeling about
No,
this
I think
match?
my confidence level is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, okay.
Direct arrow to the top.
Talk to me about about facing DW and Chev then.
Look, I mentioned this before. Once last week when we knew who my opponents were, I have faced DW before, multiple times actually, I believe, for this title, and I seem to fare fairly well. The person I'm most concerned with is Chev because, like everyone says, he's a dark horse, and this is his, as far as I know, his first shot at real gold here in the RAWF, which means he's going to be hungry. He's going to come out of the gate full of piss and vinegar, and frankly, I just don't have a ton of material to study on him. So it's like that's going to be as catch can as a match is in the RAWF.
True enough, but you know DW plenty. There's no doubt about that.
That I do.
You fought her on pay-per-view on at least one, if not more, occasions.
I'm pretty sure I faced her 2 different times for this title. The last time I had it.
That's true. And plus, you main evented at least one pay-per-view. Might have been I think it was a Tropical Aggression a few years ago.
Probably. Yeah, but she came after my world title at least once. I think she came after my Platinum Dragon when I had it years ago, but I could be wrong on that one. That might have been Tiggs.
Hard to say. I
don't know. They were both there at the ring, so I don't know which one I was fighting.
But at any rate, battles with DW, familiar opponent and a not so familiar opponent. Is that talk to me about the dichotomy of that? How that works? Do you feel when you have one person, when you're a Triple Crown champion, and you have one person you are familiar with, one you're not? Who do you have to focus on more?
The person you're not familiar with.
Mm.
Always. You just have to, because you can't. There's no autopilot on that one. There are things I just know DW is going to do because I know how she fights. I have fought her enough times. And I don't want to say autopilot in a dismissive way, but there's a certain amount, in anyone who fights for a living knows there's a certain amount of you let your reptile brain take over and do things so you're free to think, right? When you fought someone a bunch of times, your reptile brain knows what it has to do to survive that person. I can't do that with Chev. I don't have that experience with him, so I have to be paying attention to him.
You said reptile brain, right?
See, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, see,
See.
reptile. I'm glad I asked because I thought I heard.
I did not say erectile brain.
That's what I thought I heard. That's just what I thought I heard. Sorry.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
I
Yeah, I know. It's got to come up to feed sometimes.
At any rate. So yeah, that's going to be a very interesting matchup. Who did we tomorrow? I think you also have an interesting matchup facing someone returning, another familiar face in Beast.
Yeah, that's I got to tell you, I have not seen Beast in ages. I'm very much looking forward to having this match. I missed Beast immensely. Beast is a great individual. And a great wrestler, so I look forward to this match.
Indeed, I do too.
Also, who's letting the janitor have commentary on
matches? I'm sorry.
I don't know. This dude Steve, he's our new janitor or something. He's just hanging out in the green room, not working. What?
Oh, Steve? That's Steve the Stud Johnson.
Right, the new janitor, right?
I don't think so. I did see a janitor. I do see a janitor that's hanging around at Unstoppable, just not in RAWF. But
yeah, I heard we hired a new janitor.
You were in your event.
Well, yeah, but he was used to mop up the ring. That's why I thought he was a janitor.
Oh, those fighting words there, Steve. Easy now.
I'm just saying, Steve. If you want to step up and play with the big boys, we could arrange that your next Superstars match is against a certain someone. I'm just saying.
Okay. Is that who you're calling out for next week's Superstars, Griff?
I wasn't gonna, but if he's out here, throwing birds and saying he's gonna kick the big boys' butt. Although if he's kicking the big boys' butt, I guess that means Denzel. He wants to fight Denzel because that's a big boy. That's I'm tall, but I'm not Denzel.
Paragon's calling dibs now.
Paragon can eat a pickle.
I tell you what. We'll let Randy make the decisions who Steve the Stud Johnson faces.
If Steve wants the heat, he just needs to walk into the kitchen. That's all I'm saying.
At anywho, Steve, you are playing with fire. I'm just saying. Steve versus Steamroller. No handicap matches. No gauntlet. Oh God, no! Please, no gauntlet matches. Poor Steve. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry, that was me. It was time for more margaritas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're supposed to have those at the Hall of Fame, after the Hall of Fame, sir.
I have them all the time when people start saying dumb shit. How do you think I get through this job? I bring a picture of these goddamn things every show.
Is that your secret?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Griffiths, any final thoughts? Oh, and congratulations on getting. Right now, you're currently what, in round 4?
I did make round 4. Let's not talk about it. I don't want to jinx it.
Okay.
I mean, as far as I can see, Sassy is nowhere in my tree coming up. I'm good for a while.
Okay. All right. I'm just curious though. Do you know this big Matinel that you're going to be facing?
Oh yeah,
next time?
absolutely. Matt,
Oh,
I've
yeah?
fought Matt countless times. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know him from Adam because he's never been in RAWF. So.
No, I've worked with him on the Indies quite a lot. He's good. It'll be a good fight.
All right. We shall see. We shall absolutely see. Should be a good. We will. Yes, that tournament's moving right along. All right. Well, sir.
Wait, who did you say who was facing Sassy right now?
Right now, it's Iceman Chair.
And how's that going? How's that looking?
Let me take a look. That's a good question. Let's take a look. Right now, Sassy's up 252 to 193.
Probably still a little too early to call, but
and currently it is her turn with 100 momentum.
Oh, that's not good. Sorry, Jer. I feel your pain, sir. I feel your pain.
I will say that if Sassy wins her next 2 matches and you win your next match, guess what?
But so it would be I'd have to beat her to get into the money rounds.
No, I don't think so. I think if you, yeah, maybe. See, you're
right.
round 4. No, if you win, you're in the quarterfinals.
Okay, so she could take me out of the semis.
I believe that's how it's looking right now. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. That should be interesting. Could be interesting if Sassy can get that far. And there's no guarantees of that.
So if she beats him, who does she face?
Keep closing it, and you keep asking.
Look, you just know I'm going to ask these things.
She will face the winner of Strangleheart and Brew.
Okay. So it's not like she has an easy path to try to take me out.
No, certainly not. Certainly not.
All I'm saying is if she manages to take me out of this thing again and doesn't three-peat, riot. There's a riot.
Can I get off the screen now? Are you done?
Sure.
All right.
So who's Clay? No, sorry. I'm kidding.
Clay? He's not even in it anymore. He was eliminated. All right. Well, Griff, good luck to you tomorrow against Beast, and we'll talk more about that Triple
No, you have
Crown
to
title.
say it right, Bus. You have to say it. It's Beast.
I can't say it like you can. But I have to say it sometimes. So, not all of us can. Not all of us have the uterus you do to be able to say that.
Don't even try about it. It hurts my throat when he says it.
All right. Excuse me. All right. Thank you, Griff, for your time. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you again soon. All right. Next up. Hello? Everyone here? El Agent?
I'm right here.
Just
You're
making
right
sure.
there. My margarita. Yummy, yummy. Right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's now talk to the man who is going to not only main event Radiversary, he is going to defend the heart and soul of RAWF against a fellow Cage. He is the one and only.
You can run, but there's no place to hide. In my eyes, see the devil inside. Follow me if you want to die. Chris Cage, the unsettled one, the lost soul, Nightmare's champion. One by one, you all shall fall. Knife in my hand and the blood still fresh. One
Ladies and gentlemen, he is Chris Cage. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, everyone.
Well, congratulations on defeating Blake Bradley and becoming the new number one contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. Talk to me. How does it feel that you could possibly be, I want to say, the fourth, possibly fifth person to ever hold those two titles together at the same time, if you can get past Sheik and Luke Cage at Radiversary?
I believe we said last week it was 5. Would be the 5th. I mean, first of all, let's go over that World Heavyweight Championship contender match. Me and Blake obviously don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. In fact, if you look at the match,
I mean, who sees eye to eye with you? You're my height.
well, I mean, then you would.
Well, good point.
Touche. Anyways, we're going back and forth, and ideologies, who he is, who I am, couldn't reach an agreement. I got a little arrogant. I got a little cocky. I let fate decide a few things, and he started showing me the resolve that I haven't seen in Blake in a while. And I hope it stays. I hope he shows it off as men's champion. That being aside, I won. I punched my ticket to Radiversary's main event, as well as its co-main event. I have the opportunity to do something that, like you said, only 4 other people have ever done. To say that I am that 5th finger, if you will, it's hard to believe, but it's something I'm definitely going to make happen. And the men I have to go through to do it, I have deep history with both. Luke Cage knew me before this little journey down the unsettled road. He knew me at the beginning, and he's known me up until then. I have a deep respect for Luke. He truly is my brother from another mother, and not just because we have the same last name. We were meant to meet. We were meant to fight, and I think this is going to be a full circle moment for me and Luke. I'm hoping we get that great back and forth. We steal the show, because the main event, Sheik, I'm going to murder your ass. All right? I'm coming to take the world championship off your shoulder for my own personal reasons and for the sake of this company.
You know, because like someone may have said, one by one, they all fall.
One by one, they all fall, and they all have. Every single RAWF superstar that's gotten in the ring with me, none of you can say that I haven't beaten you. And I do it in the brightest stages, in the biggest matches, and I do it over and over again. And that's what I'm going to do at Radiversary, because that's what I have to do at Radiversary.
Yeah, it is. You almost have to do it if you want to be up there with those other four people, with those five people, uh, or you will be the fifth. The other four people that have done it, and this could. Would you, if you do walk away, would you consider that walk away with both titles at Radiversary? Would you consider that the biggest night of your RAW career?
Hands down, biggest night of my career. To say anything else is a lie. I guess I could say Hall of Fame would be up there too. Or, in my opinion, and the matches I always go back to, is when I first got my championship, or my hands-on RAWF championship, and I walked out with two titles, White Lightning and Triple Crown. And we've seen what I've done with those titles since. There's a reason I've done that with those titles. Um, that this if I'm able to pull this off, it'd be full circle again. So lot
And
of full
and
circle moments about to happen at Radiversary.
and I could say safely, in my own opinion, that if you do walk out with both titles, you will have elevated yourself to status similar to Griffith and Paragon and Mithras, and you know because not a lot of people can say they've done what you did. So a lot of pressure there.
It is, and I had to point it out when it first hit what you exactly just said, Lord Amadeus. The thought I clicked into my head a couple months ago when I was going after World Championship, and then I dropped to Platinum, and I was like, wait a minute, this is my opportunity. So I'm gonna look. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna do everything I can to make this my opportunity, to make this my moment, to make me unforgettable. Because that's all I've been trying to do since I became a wrestler. Make people remember me, make people fear me, make people know my name.
Now, Vacant, anything you want to ask Chris?
Hmm.
Come on, Bacon.
All right. So, I put a lot of hope and faith last month into that world title match, and it kind of broke my heart. Are you going to break my heart, Chris? Are you going to break my heart?
Listen, I mean this in all the respect in the world. I have a better shot record than Killa.
I mean, be accurate.
So,
Although Killa's record against Sheik overall was really good.
no, Killa
That's one of the
can beat
reasons.
anybody and beats everybody all the time. I'm just saying, big matches, who's more consistent?
Yeah, fair. I cannot argue that point. That is absolutely true.
And that's, again, not a knock at Killa. Like I said, he beats everybody. But consistency is what we're talking about.
Because I got to tell you, if somehow he retains, I don't know that I can handle what'll come next.
I think I know what comes if I don't do it. And, Kenta was saying something about a new guard a couple months ago. This is how you do it. You start off, you become a rookie, you become a seasoned person, and then you take the titles and you usher in. No, I'm the face. And you kind of set the other two at bay. They don't have to come after the big titles anymore because someone worthy's holding them.
Apparently, someone agrees with you.
I figured he would.
Well, with that being said, let's focus on the Platinum Dragon because we were talking about the world, and your face. I mean, Luke, who did get his, who got attacked by the way last week uh, after his match by Alistair with STB, was attacked by Alistair Fiend and STB. Thus, the rematch tomorrow between STB and Luke. By the way, folks, the Platinum Dragon contendership not up for grabs. Uh, it will just be for pride, if you will, or a grudge match. But so
It'll be
your opponent coming into Radiversary's got some distractions on him. And, I have a feeling Alistair Fiend may play a part in that Platinum Dragon title match.
To be fair, you might have missed it, but I've had a few distractions myself with a certain leader of anarchy in my matches, and having to face her twice in a rankings period. Didn't get much.
Oh,
I've noticed.
Didn't get much.
I've noticed
But
that kitty has a long memory, apparently.
she does, and if this is the moment she picks to come back for revenge or whatever it is, even though Cougar, you once told me, Chris, you'll always be family. Well, if this is what you do to your family, I hate to say it, but I see why Cy left. I see why Paige left. I see why Judgment left at some point. I see why I left. But, that's a conversation for a different time. Whenever she's ready.
Alrighty. Alrighty then.
Anyways,
well,
back to
hopefully.
Luke. Sorry.
Right, well, Cougs will be at ringside now, for sure.
Back to Luke. When I first met Luke, he was distracted. He was hired hitman for a group of people that had bad intentions. I came in, and ironically, with Claymore, of all people, we saved that company. And I got Luke to stop being the hired gun and start being his own protector, his own strength. And he's done well with himself, as I knew he would. I also know a little bit about Luke. I don't think being attacked twice does much to him. You'd have to attack that man like 14 times in a row, then hit him with your car. And even then, he's probably
It has to be a really big car.
And even then, he'd probably get up and just swipe and smile. That's why I know I'm gonna get the best Luke at Radiversary. So have fun handling your business, Luke. Alistair Fiend, this is my warning to you. Get involved in our match. You won't just have Luke to deal with.
All right. Well, should be a hell of a night for you at Radiversary. Any final thoughts? Anything you'd like to put in people's heads before that, with 3 weeks out?
Fuck the Extreme Enigma. Honestly and truly, and I mean that with my heart and soul. Get it? Besides that, step up, people. People going after multiple titles. Look at Denzel going after it. Look at what I could possibly do. Everybody's going, everybody's gunning, and if you're not gunning, if you're not trying to get to the top, if you're not trying to hold championship after championship to be somebody, what are you doing here? Besides that, buy El Vacant's tacos.
See,
And
I like him.
I think that's it. Guys.
How'd you like the remix of Amadeus style?
There were parts I liked about it. I'm a sucker for any type of long guitar, so you're gonna get me with the shredding every single time. The drummer, great job by the drummer. The boings, I have to agree with Jason. The boings were pretty funny. Just the way to hear boing coming out of that, it was pretty funny. It wasn't bad.
Might have to play a different version next week, though. What's that to see?
We should use some of your connections and get some like emo band to cover it.
Yeah, maybe.
Extreme Enigma's
We'll see.
emo band.
But then that would be Byoing, because they said they had that weird.
Tonight will be the night that I will boing for you.
See, he knows.
Is that it? I don't.
Great song.
Why?
And your golden hair will come out of your yed.
Yes. All right.
All
I'll
righty.
let you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is your reigning Platinum Dragon champion and #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, the unsettled Chris Cage.
Right.
All right. Next up, we heard from Mark Caliber earlier. Let's hear from his opponent at Radiversary. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
"15 men on a dead man's chest, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil be done for the rest, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. The mate was fixed by the bo'sun's pike, the bo'sun brained with a mark and spike, and Cookie's throat was marked belike. It had been gripped by fingers 10, and there they lay, all good dead men, like break a day in a boozing ken. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
15 men of a whole ship's list.
Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
Dead and be damned, and the rest gone west.
Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
The skipper lay with his knob in gore, where the skillion's axe his cheek had shore, and the scullion he was stabbed times 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Pirate King Soul Reaper joining us. Good evening, Reaper.
Evening. Steve, if you're still out there, not smart poking at grip like that.
That's from someone speaking from experience.
Yes,
right?
2 years ago at your Radiversary, I still have those scars on my throat from grip. You're barking up the wrong tree, Steve. And before I get started on Mark, Paragon, why do you have a cup of urine?
What?
Apparently poor hearing.
Paragon came into the building with a cup of urine.
Yeah, apparently he misheard Maeve.
Just wanted to make sure I understood why that he had that.
So you heard the words of Mark Caliber earlier.
Yes, I did. And speaking of kidnapping Winter, it's only a federal crime if I cross state lines with her, which I have not done.
Okay. I'll take your word for that. But, I mean, you can only hold her for so long before it actually becomes a true crime. You know that, right?
I am going to say this about Winter. She is one of the biggest pains in the ass that I have ever dealt with.
Well, I mean, good. Because, you know, it's...
She's become
But an
more
idiot.
trouble than she's worth.
Then why don't you give her back?
To torment Mark.
So tormenting Mark is worth being tormented yourself?
Ish.
I
I mean, I'm going through multiple barrels of rum a day dealing with her, but yeah.
I didn't know she drank rum.
Oh, I do. Sometimes.
Fine. Talk to me about what Mark had to say.
Well, it's kind of funny watching him unravel not having Winter. And, this would not be the first casket match I've been in before, but another thing that's probably working against me right now is my track record at Radiversary. My first appearance there, I nearly died at the hands of Griff.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, that match with Paragon had no clear winner. And then I snapped afterwards.
Yeah. Radiversary's not been very kind to you.
No.
There's no doubt about it. So, why would, I mean...
We want to know why in God's earth would I do? Would I provoke Mark Caliber like this?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because I've had my brain scrambled too many times and I don't know any better.
That sounds reasonable. Okay, well, I guess, I mean, we will find out at Radiversary, this flaming...
Yeah, it's
flaming
probably
casket
not
match.
one of my better ideas.
You know, I don't... One of these days you're going to have a pay-per-view match that's normal.
One day, yeah.
You know what I'm...
Speaking of which, has anybody seen my idiot son lately?
Yes, he's supposedly retired, but he keeps doing interviews.
I got nothing.
Anyways. Well, tomorrow on Superstars, take going 1-on-1 with Destroyer. Have fun with that.
Speak about that. She is one of 3 women in RAWF that I actually truly fear.
You should.
Because
I mean, she does carry a
I've seen and heard her do questionable things to people with knives.
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 I'd be worried. I'd be worried about her gun. I'm just
I've been
saying.
shot before. It's just that doesn't scare me. It's just knives. The things I've seen her do to people with knives.
Well, good luck with her tomorrow night here in Glasgow.
The other two.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You. At any rate, you heard what Mark had to say. You've now had your say. We'll hear more about this in the coming couple of weeks. So.
Oh yeah.
Good luck, sir, and we will talk to you another time.
Hopefully, I'm in one piece next week.
All right, that was the pirate captain, the Soul Reaper. He takes on Mark Caliber in a flaming casket match at Radiversary. Let's bring on now the RAWF Hall of Famer and one of our favorite people here on After Hours. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Stealing my stare, 6-pack of visions, I don't fight fair. Rattlesnake blood running through my veins. Mess with the best, you'll be feeling the pain. I'm a renegade, born of brawl, raised on rage. Knuckles up, I set the stage. Drinking beer and kicking pain. Ain't no cage can hold my name. A redneck avenger, don't need no crown. But you best believe I run this town. Bars to the squared circle. Ain't no rules when I raise this hurdle. I don't tap out, I don't back down. You cross my line, you're going down.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Redneck Avenger. Good evening, RA.
Good evening, LA. How are you?
It's an interesting evening, to say the least. It's been a good...
Is it a 1 or a 3 etc. tonight?
So far, 1.
Okay, yeah, you still got that.
We can work on that.
No, we don't need to work on that. I'm trying not to take too many of these, but at any rate, all right, what happened, buddy? What happened? You lost the Superstars title to Claymore. Talk to me.
That was one hell of a fight. I think we gave each other a due. He got the zig whenever I went for the zag, so he walked away with my belt. And this is what just kind of burns the hair in my taint. You sit there, not you, but you sit there and you finally get a title that you ain't had before. I mean, like, this is a guy that's a former world champion. Sit there, you want to run me down? Okay, go ahead, run me down. I took you to your freaking limit, and you know it. And then you want to disparage the title. Really? If you don't think that title's worth fighting for, I'd be happy to take it back from you. I missed a little bit in the front end of this because I had to go on a beer run. And, it was got a lot on my ranch, but I just had to have something just a little bit different. So it took me a little bit to get back. Am I still in the top 25?
At the official top 25, yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. If you're just going to, when you take a title, immediately throw it on the ground and piss on it, you don't need it. Am I wrong?
No, I mean, I haven't seen the footage, but
I mean, he
did this
didn't.
happen?
He didn't literally, whip out his Tic Tac and spray it, but he kind of did. Um, you don't need it. I'd be happy to take it back. Fair's fair. I mean, like, I don't know how many times Griff has pushed the rematch clause, button. I mean, and I get it. Well, why don't I push a rematch clause button? I never have before. Something to consider. And it just, he's like that. Whenever you're in school and you got that one kid that no matter what happens, good, bad, indifferent, they just got to piss on it. And you just want to set them on fire. That's about where I'm at, man. It was a good fight. It was a really good fight. I mean, it was very close, and it really was. I mean, like it was the main event fight of that of that week for the Superstars title, and that's good and fun. But you don't sit there and then piss on what you just won. Congratulations, and it was a good fight. And he gave me props. I give him that. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from him. But RAWF Gold is not given out for free. Never has been, never will. When you get something, you don't look at it sideways. Even if you're going for other titles, the titles you got. I mean, that's a part of your that's part of what you bring out to the ring. If you got one belt, you got 3 belts, you got no belts. You walk out there and you fill your boots. And it just was offensive to me that someone walks in there, takes, wins a belt fair and square. Like I said, I'm not going to disparage him on the fight. It's just you do not take RAWF Gold out there, or you don't walk in there, walk out with it, and then go, meh. No, you don't do that. If you don't want the title, I'm more than happy to take it back. So, rando draw, Randy, he can do whatever he wants to do, but put my hat in my ring to get my title back.
Well, if I was you, RA, I'd be going right since what Goodman did was just a few hours ago, and he's the last person to say anything in that superstar scene.
Mm-hmm.
You could go in there and say exactly what you said here on air in the scene and see what happens.
Well, is it his choice? I mean, I don't know, and I don't really care. Yeah, that's going to get addressed, but I wanted to focus my efforts here, so there's no mincing words. Right.
Is it his choice? He can decline the match if he wants. He is the champion, as is his right.
Okay.
But at the same time, the match between him and Kenta will have to go on, and then if Kenta beats him for the title,
okay, so you got that going. All right, that's fine, and I mean that's all right. I want my gold back, so I'm going to toss my hat in the ring back for that. But it's just offensive, and especially whenever you have actually gone through and done a lot of the things here that are noteworthy, and then you just want to go, I got a title that I really didn't care about. If you didn't care about it, why did you throw your hat in the ring? Why did you show up? So anyway, we're gonna move past that. And if whoever wins with him and Kenta, stick me next in there because I ain't done yet.
Well, that is up to whoever's champion. If you want to throw your hat in the ring, it'll either be Claymore.
If they want to pick it up, that's fine.
All right. That's good to know. Good to know. But you might want to put it on paper, put it out there in the public,
Oh,
because
it
not
is
everyone
going
was.
to go on paper.
Anyways, let's talk about the possibility that you could be challenging Paragon for the Powerball Championship. Now, it's only a 25% chance because you're still in the match and still in the tournament, but you know, Paragon had some things to say about you earlier. I'm sure you'd like to respond in kind.
Yeah, because it's only a 25% chance whenever it's a normal human, but I'm not normal. I'm a genetic freak. So Skype, he ain't even going to show up. So that gives me a 66% chance to get back into the title match because, yeah. Okay, sorry. Went full math promo. We're going to have some fun with this, and I'm looking. I hope that everything aligns, everything goes right, and I would love to face Paragon. That would be so much fun. He is an absolute flipping. He is like in the pantheon of about 2 to 3 people, maybe 4 if you stretch it, that has championed this company from being just another company to the RAW motherfucking F. I would love this. This is going to be so much fun. And Paragon, I see you out there. And man, we're going to have some fun. And I intend to get there to where we can have that fun. And yeah, we will go on the mic. And everybody, put your freaking tape recorder on. We're going to have some fun.
All right. Sounds good, RA. Sounds good. Anything to ask him, El Vegan?
I heard
I
it.
think he covered it.
I heard it.
I heard it. All right.
I heard it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the sighting.
Studio Cat. Whoa! Studio Cat. Studio Cat. Studio Cat. Whoa! Studio Cat. Studio Cat.
Woo!
Studio Cat goes international here in Glasgow.
Yes. Okay. Hey, where's the fight at tomorrow?
In Glasgow, the OVO Hydro
Glasgow,
Arena.
Scotland.
Yes.
If it's not from Scotland, it's crap.
And let's see, who did we say? Oh, you got the Undertaker.
Oh, hell yeah. He's one of my USL teammates and has been a storied opponent throughout my career and a benchmark. This is going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a match so big it's going to have its own weather system.
Yeah, it's like Sputnik. Look at arms
It's
on
going
a
to lay itself to sleep on its enormous pillow.
Yeah. It's like Sputnik. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's always a great fight. I love the guy. I mean, like we go back to the beginning, and to be honest, I really cut my teeth versus him because, you know, when you get your ass kicked enough times, you eventually start to learn before you are able to kick their ass. I've learned we fight well, and man, I couldn't think of a better person from my own past and my present. He's one of my stable mates, and this is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a great fight. Undertaker, if he ever decided to, could take whatever title he ever wanted in RAWF. Truly. So watch out for him. And I mean, this is going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. We have been having a fun jaunt through Paris, and you know, still we're going to go ahead and we're probably going to take the Channel and get up to Glasgow. But I mean, it's a lot of driving, and you know, being a certain friend of mine, and it's going to be a lot of good fun.
Indeed. All right. Well, all right. Thank you very much for your time. And we'll talk to you again real soon. We'll see what happens going forward. Whether you can get that Superstars title back or possibly even the Powerball Championship. Do you still have that anything? You still have the anything goes championship, don't you?
Yep,
So
I don't think I've been challenged for that yet.
yeah, I think that's coming. So we'll
That's
keep
all
an eye out for that.
You know
All
what? I
right.
proudly wear both of those belts on my shoulder, have it thrown over there. It's RAWF gold, and Studio Cat definitely needs some attention because, yeah. And I'm
Studio Cat needs gold. Actually, I think she's
Yes,
trying to
she
call some
does.
people out.
All righty. So, with that being said, thanks, RA. Appreciate your time. And we will talk to you again very soon. Ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen,
will.
RAWF Hall of Famer, the Redneck Avenger. All right. Well, L Vacant, I think it's about time we wrap things up here, but I'm going to.
Time.
Hey, hold on a second, boss man. I got something for you real quick here. So, you know how we say card subject to change, right? Yeah. What's up, Randy? What's up? So, I may have made a couple of changes here to this undercard to where you got Beast will be no longer facing the Immortal Griffith. Instead, Beast will be facing DVT. And Uber Vegan TPO. Since joined, he needs to catch up on matches anyway. So Beast will be doing double duty, but I think we can see this Immortal Griffith Steve the Stud Johnson match. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
So that's on the docket for tomorrow. Let's see if old Steve Johnson can put his money where his mouth is. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Yeah, that's what I said too, Studio Cat. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I got that. That's your tip. I'm going. See you. All right. There you go. There you go, El Vacant. What is Randy?
I think Griff's right. I don't think Randy likes Steve very much.
It must not. Wow, that's not often you see that. But
I mean, I will say there was an era where it just seemed like Griff was the welcoming committee to RAWF, and he showed up with his shovel, and that kind of had stopped. But apparently, we're bringing that back.
Well, apparently, I wouldn't call him the welcoming committee. He's been here a few weeks, so
what was it? What was it? Someone called him because of that, the Griff Reaper.
That's true. They did do that. They did do that. All right. Well, folks, tomorrow's Superstars will include the Superstars title match between Claymore and Kenta. There will be a very special match between Luke Cage and Simply the Best. And apparently, the Immortal Griffith gets to go one-on-one with the Stud. We will see who works. We will find out all that more next week. We'll have more updates on the Zanthur tournament and the other tournaments going on, and hopefully have a clearer picture of what's going to be happening at Radiversary. Any final thoughts, El Vacant?
Yeah, your ends are really good.
Say
Look
what?
on the monitor. Look on the monitor.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks, Bob. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Woo! All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This has been RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. Good night and have a good week.
Hasta luego, bye-bye.